Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today we've got a brand new story to share with you. So let's begin. He sat on the porch, the old rocking chair groaning under him in the quiet dark. The cabin lights were out, even the yard lights he usually let run. The night air bit with the first hint of fall coming down the mountain. Waiting was second nature to him. He could sit forever, eyes scanning the woods, never stopping, catching anything that moved, anything wrong. The moon was bright, making sharp shadows at the edge of the trees and around the bushes he hadn't cleared yet. Something was out there, watching, hunting him. He felt it like an itch he couldn't scratch, a prickle on his skin. His rifle lay heavy and real across his lap. It was just a matter of time. An hour crawled by, then another, then movement to his left. He didn't turn his head, just kept scanning, letting his eyes confirm what his gut already screamed. The moon had moved, shadows stretching, but the shape was there, softer, rounder than the trees, moving slow, deliberate. It was creeping closer, getting ready to hit the north side of the cabin. Slowly, so slowly it barely looked like movement, he raised the rifle, tucked it tight against his shoulder. He flicked on the night vision scope, the world turning sickly green. Breathe out slow. Breathe in. Hold it halfway. His finger found the trigger. The shot cracked through the hours of silence, loud and ugly. The rifle pushed back, hard but familiar. He stayed on the scope, ready for another shot, but it wasn't needed. The thing thrashed, then went still. He waited a beat, sighed, and pushed himself up, stepping off the porch. 30 yards out, he nudged the body with his boot, rolled it over. A mountain lion, beautiful and deadly. He shook his head. A shame but necessary. Life up here didn't forgive mistakes, and he needed his livestock with winter closing in. He slung the rifle, grunted as he wedged his arms under the dead weight, maybe 70 pounds, and hauled it toward the steel cage by the cabin. He laid it on an old blanket inside. Flashlight clenched in his teeth. He carefully pulled the tranquilizer dart out. The sedative had worked. He locked the cage, went inside, unloaded the rifle, cleaned it quick, and put it away with the others, the ones meant to kill people, not just animals. Sleep wouldn't come easy tonight, but when did it ever? He kicked off his boots, unbuckled the pistol rig, set it on the nightstand, and fell onto the bed fully clothed. He was out in seconds. Sunlight through the window woke him, same as every damn day. He groaned, forcing himself up. His body screamed back. Mornings were hell, had been for years. Stiff joints, aching bones, sore muscles. The price of decades of hard living and getting banged up. He peeled off his shirt, wiped himself down with a medicated cloth, then rubbed aloe lotion over the ruined skin, chest, left arm, neck, as much of the back as he could reach. Skip this and he'd pay later. Anyone else would see a big guy, tanned, weathered, beard shot with gray, long hair. Looked tough, but shirtless, the scars told the real story. The burns covering his torso and arm looked like melted wax, hard ridges of angry red, purple, pale skin. Shirtless, the scars were all you saw. They hid the man he used to be, not that he let anyone see anyway. He got coffee going, pulled on a clean long-sleeve shirt, then a jacket. Boots, pistol belt buckled tight. Last, he clipped the gold Park Ranger badge to his jacket, filled his thermos, grabbed his beat-up hat, locked the cabin, and started the truck. Let it rumble, scanning the trees. 30 miles of dirt road to the nearest town. 50 yards cleared around the cabin, then thick woods like a wall. Just the truck engine sound. He liked it that way. The cabin was solid now, built to last. Solar panels, windmills for power and backup water pumps, septic, heating oil tank, wood stoves. Even the chickens had heat. The garage held his truck, a snowcat, 2 snowmobiles. Big fuel tanks for oil and gas sat along the back wall. Needed topping off before the snows hit. Can't be too careful. Today, though, he had to go to the main station. Drop off the cat. Hated it, but leaving it meant trouble come spring, when idiot hikers stumbled into its territory wanting postcard pictures without the risk. His job: protect the land, protect the visitors. 2 things often at war. He sighed, backed the truck up, slid the heavy cage onto the tailgate, and tied it down. Heading to town sucked. Didn't like people, hated crowds even more. He chose this life for the quiet, the distance from the world he'd run from. The ranger station looked nice, fake rustic. First stop, the animal pens out back. Drop the cat, do the paperwork, tell the vet. Then back to the quiet, hopefully. The pens were basic chain link, small shelters, clean enough. A hatch connected to transport cages. Just hook it up, open the doors, let the animal walk out when it woke up. No touching needed. Inside the station, it was too bright, too clean. Fluorescent lights buzzed, making his head ache like always. Something messed up with his eyes years ago. He rushed the paperwork. Headed for the vet's office. A ghost of a smile touched his lips seeing Maya was on duty. He could tolerate Maya. She was quiet, didn't push small talk, and easy on the eyes. Maya wasn't conventionally pretty, but striking. Tall, almost 6 feet, solid build, strong shoulders, powerful legs, all muscle under the lab coat. A gym rat. He could see she knew how people stared, the tension in her eyes. Different, but she was always decent to him. "Morning, Cole," she said, warm smile. He tipped his hat, set it down. She was the only one who called him Cole. Everyone else tried Colt, which he hated. Last person who called him Cole was his mom, 20 years gone. He nodded, grabbed the clipboard, started filling out the damn government forms. "Number 10, Maya asked, already heading toward the pens. Cole nodded again, kept writing. Maya paused, watched him. He intrigued her. Every time he came down, she wanted to ask, to understand the walls he built around himself. Under the beard and long hair, he was handsome, rough in a way that stirred something. Broad shoulders, thick arms, strong hands, spoke of hard work. Why the long sleeves, even in summer? She'd imagined tattoos once. Finding a man strong like her without the ego was rare. She respected his quiet power. Sighing silently, she went to check the cat. More lions lately. Tourists. Bad mix. This wouldn't be the last one. Cole finished the forms, glanced at the door Maya left through, felt an urge to follow, watch her work. Shook it off. Old habits die hard. He walked out. Since he was in town, might as well stock up. Snow could trap him for a month or more. Fine by him, getting paid to stay home. Unless there was an emergency, he'd be left alone. Bank, feed store, general store. Chicken feed, rock salt, flour, canned beans, veggies, ramen. Oil, plugs, spare snowmobile tracks for winter. Last stop, his favorite, Bob's Guns. Bob loved gossip more than guns. Talked nonstop while Cole browsed. Cole rarely spoke back. Bob didn't seem to mind. Lots leaf peepers in town. Bob mumbled around his unlit cigar. Dunno why. Cut down all their own trees for malls, maybe. He chuckled. Bundled up like it's freezing. Tags still on their mittens. Cole picked up powder, primers, and a new skinning knife. Then something in the cabinet caught his eye. A revolver. He pointed. Bob pulled it out. A Ruger Blackhawk. Cole checked it over. A 3-screw model, unmodified. Rare. Felt good. Good eye, Bob grinned. Barely used. Ain't had the lawyer job done to it neither. Some idiot dropped a loaded single-action, sued, so they added a safety that ruined the smooth action. This one was untouched, silky smooth. Cole didn't put it back. He set it on his pile. Looked like a new winter project. Added a case of .357 ammo. Gave Bob a nod on his way out. Come back anytime, Ranger, Bob called. Cole smirked, didn't look back. Needed to arrange a fuel delivery. Left the truck, walked to Mom's diner. Tourist trap, fake 50 style, but Janet cooked good food. Sat at the counter. Lucy, the waitress, came over, knowing smile. The usual, Ranger? Coffee, waffles, bacon, wheat toast, OJ. Cole rasped. Hadn't spoken this much in days. Lucy studied him, probably making up some story in her head, mountain man, fugitive, whatever. Didn't matter to Cole. Sipped his coffee. Memories crept in. Why he hated town. Too many ghosts. This place reminded him of a cafe back in California. 10 years ago. His last real relationship ended there. Back from Afghanistan on leave. Called his fiancée, Margot. Meet for lunch, she said. He got there early. She roared up in her convertible, dust flying. Walked in, stunning as ever, waved, slid into the booth. No kiss hello. Bad sign. Cole, she'd said. I met someone. A stockbroker. Doesn't play soldier. His job always a fight. Thought they'd agreed to disagree. Wrong. He stared at her, face blank. He wasn't storybook in love, but he loved her. Her memory got him through shitty deployments, fighting pointless wars, while she was screwing someone else. Rage simmered, always just under the surface. He closed his eyes, counted to 10. Twice. Opened them. She looked annoyed. Aren't you listening? Heard you, Margot. Found someone else. Got it. Excuse me. He growled, stood up, walked out. Her calls faded behind him. He shook the memory away. Got blind drunk for a week after that, then volunteered for the next deployment. Finished his food, left cash for the bill and a big tip, put on his hat, walked out. Driving back, another memory hit. This town looked a bit like his hometown. Another leave, another kind of heartbreak. 19 years old. Emergency leave. Red Cross telegram via the chaplain. Fire at home. Parents, little brother, gone. The army got him home fast. Leave orders, cash in hand. Taxi from the airport. Turned onto his street. Saw the burned out shell of his house, yellow tape flapping. Just blackened bones reaching for the sky. Only the chimney looked okay, covered in soot. He got out, driver waiting, just stared. Nothing left. Body's gone. Stood there, memories flooding him. Got back in the cab, woke the driver. Asked for the nearest motel. Back in the forest now, turning onto the last stretch of dirt road to his place. Sanctuary. Hair on his neck prickled. Slowed the truck, scanning. Gut feeling. Tire tracks. Not his. Too close to the soft shoulder where you get stuck easy. He knew every inch of this road. Stopped short of the clearing, grabbed binoculars. Scanned through the trees. His cabin. A Ranger truck parked beside it. Deep breath. Let off the brake. Why was someone here? He'd just been at the station. Then he remembered radio was off. Got chewed out for that before. Drove into the clearing. Maya. Sitting in his rocking chair on the porch. He backed the truck up to unload. Shut it off. "Hey, Cole," she said, standing up, looking awkward. "Maya." He nodded, waiting. She shuffled her feet. "You, had some mail." Held out a satchel. He nodded. "Thought I'd bring it. Since you don't come down often." Pause. Cheeks red. "Damn. Okay, that's not true. This junk mail. I wanted to see where you lived." Didn't meet his eyes. A corner of his mouth twitched. "Coffee?" he asked, nodding towards the door. "I'd love some," she smiled. She knew he wasn't mad. Maybe even glad she came. He unlocked the door, waved her in, started grabbing gear from the truck. Dumped it inside, went to the kitchen, started coffee. For more trips to unload everything. Hung up his hat and jacket. Found Maya wandering the living room, taking it all in. Shook his head. She'd get to it eventually. Poured 2 mugs, joined her, handed her one. "Milk." "Black's fine," she answered, knowing somehow that was the question. Simple place. Open plan mostly. Kitchen, living area, one big space. Bathroom, bedroom closed off. Ladder to a storage loft. Stairs down to the basement. Reloading bench, weights, more storage. Not many decorations. A dozen photos on one wall, parents, brother, old military shots. Tools, rifle rack, ropes hung elsewhere. Maya finished looking, ended up back at the photos. Studied them, sneaking looks at Cole in his recliner. She turned. He waved her to the couch. "Sit. Talk." She sighed, sat. "I know I shouldn't have just shown up," she said. "Thing is, you don't talk. No one at the station really knows you. Good man in a tight spot, knows the mountain, that's it. You're a mystery. I was curious." Pause. A little shiver. "Can I tell you something? Feel like you should know. Pretty sure you won't gossip," she added with a tight smile. Cole just nodded, mouth quirked again. "Fresh out of college," she began. "Clinic way out nowhere. Mostly horses, cattle. Got a call, lame show horse. Other vet was out. Just me and the receptionist. Ranch was 50 miles out. Dirt roads like yours. Took my Bronco. Turned out just a bruised hoof. Easy fix. Driving back. Bronco overheated. Died halfway home. No cell service, radio dead static. Started walking. 10 miles maybe, feet killing me. Back then I was skinny, 120 pounds. Tennis was my idea of exercise. Truck came by. Waved him down. Guy gave me a creepy vibe, but my feet hurt. Miles to go. Got in. Pulled off the road few miles later. Demanded payment. Told him I had no money. Maya stopped. Tears streaming. Breathing hard. Wiped her face after a minute. He said he wasn't talking about money. Attacked me. Beat me bad. For hours. When he left. Broken wrist, broken nose, 2 black eyes. Don't remember much of the next day. Somehow got back to town. A woman found me, called the cops. Silent for a long time. Cole got her fresh coffee. Napkins. Waited. They never found him, she whispered. Spent years terrified. Left the job, moved home. Therapy didn't help the nightmares. Physical therapy, exercising. That's how I found sleep. Work myself till I dropped. Nearly killed myself, down to 90 pounds, throwing up blood. Then this bodybuilder lady at the gym talked to me. Scared the hell out of me at first. Told me about her abusive ex, how getting strong saved her. Saw myself in her story. Wanted to be like her. Strong. Powerful. Been 10 years. Still love working out. Gives me confidence. Most men, most people look at me like a freak. But you never have. You just see me. You're strong too, independent. Guess that's why I came. Wanted to know you. Cole sat quiet, watching her face. The pain. She seemed lighter now, having shared it. Stay for dinner? He asked, voice rough. Her head snapped up, eyes wide. Had she ever heard him say more than her name? I'd love to, Cole. She smiled shyly. The afternoon passed quietly. She helped him put stuff away, followed him doing chores. Sunset came. She watched him in the kitchen, gathering ingredients. Chicken, potatoes, salad. Apple cider from a jug in the fridge. She felt relaxed. At home here with this quiet, broken man. Wondered if he'd let her come back. After dinner, he surprised her. Opened a bottle of wine. Found dusty glasses. Poured them half full, handed her one. They sat on the porch, him in the rocker, her on a bench. Watched the sun die behind the trees. Road gets tricky after dark, he said, not looking at her. Can stay if you like. She thought about it. Bed or couch? Not sure what she hoped for. Just nodded. Wine gone, he went inside. Came back with sweats and a thick robe. Held them out. She chose the sweats. He nodded towards the bathroom. She found new toothbrushes, fresh towels. While she showered, he went downstairs, found spare blankets, a pillow. Put them on the couch, assuming she could have the bed, he'd take the couch. She came out, skin glowing, hair damp. He felt something stir, a desire he hadn't felt in years. Gestured to the bedroom, saw her eyes widen, shook his head. Sorry, not used to talking. You take the bed. I'll take the couch. She looked thoughtful, squared her shoulders. Cole, I'm not ready for anything, but that bed's big enough for two. And I think I'd like to feel someone sleeping beside me. She blushed but held his gaze. He thought about it, liked the idea more than he expected. He nodded, managed a real smile. She grinned back. It made him look softer. Took him ages to sleep. Maya seemed out instantly. The warmth of her body, her scent, gave him a hard-on he hadn't had in forever. Turned his back to her before sleep finally took him. Woke in the morning, arm around her, spooned against her back. Felt comforting, exciting. Decided to stay put till he woke. Sunlight woke him, still holding her. Started to pull away, embarrassed. It's okay, Cole, she whispered, hand keeping his arm there. It's nice. He relaxed, smiled. They lay quiet. Eventually, routine called. He got up first. While he used the bathroom, she started coffee. When he came back, she was deciding on breakfast. Ate in comfortable silence. Did dishes together. I'd like to come back, Cole. See you again, Maya said, wiping the counter, not looking at him. I'd like that, he said, voice thick. A whole lot. She felt a thrill like a kid. Turned, saw him watching her. Eyes bright, grinning. She tilted her head. Not sociable these days, he started. Too much baggage. Memories. But trailed off. Found myself thinking, this place might be better with someone else here. With you here. She stifled a giggle seeing him blush. Never thought he could. Is that so? She asked, stepping closer, almost touching. Stood on her toes, kissed his cheek. I'll bring your sweats back. And maybe some of my own clothes. Smiled. After she left, he kept busy. Chores. Put up insulation around the chicken coop. Checked the snowcat, the snowmobiles. Sharpened his old scythe after lunch. Found it calming, clearing the overgrowth. Rhythmic slicing. Spent the afternoon cutting back brush between the cabin and the trees. Clear sight lines. Fire break. Habit. Forest fires terrified him. Thinking of fire brought back the last mission. Dawn raid. Compound. Something went wrong. Fuel air bomb dropped right on them. 17 survivors out of 22. He was one. His squad checking an escape tunnel just outside the blast. Remembered the smell. The screams. His own. Burned over 30% of his body. 2 years recovery before retirement. Fire scared him but drew him in too. Worked shirtless. Sun on his scarred back. Breeze drying the sweat. Arms aching good. Heard a vehicle. Heart jumped. Ran for the cabin. Grabbed his shirt. Fumbled with buttons as the truck pulled in. Maya parked. Frowned. Saw him run. Now he stood there, sweating, shirt crooked, looking spooked. She got out, small smile. Hi, Cole. Brought your sweats. And dinner stuff. Hope that's okay. Sounded unsure. Need a shower, he said, nodding at the woods. Clearing brush. She relaxed. Know my way around the kitchen. She grinned. You shower. I'll cook. He exhaled, relieved. Grabbed clean clothes. Liked her, yeah, but wasn't ready for her to see the scars. Not yet. Someday, maybe. Maya hummed in the kitchen, setting out steaks. Felt giddy like a teenager. Taking the first step was right. Yesterday was good. Waking up in his arms. Exciting. Cole came out, dressed. Smelled dinner cooking. Sat at the counter. Watched her move. Quiet confidence. Grinned when she handed him coffee without asking. Dinner was easy, like last night. Sat on the porch with wine after. He mentally noted getting another rocker. For now, put a blanket on her bench. Sweet gesture. Stars came out. Peaceful. No city noise. Just crickets. Birds. Can you stay? He finally asked, face hidden in shadow. Of course, she said. Like last night. He nodded, looked back at the sky. Morning. Closer than before. Maya in silk pajamas, his arm protectively over her. Hand tracing patterns on her shoulder even in sleep. She hadn't felt this safe in years. Sun woke him, still holding her. Started to move. Her hand stopped him gently. Lay quiet. Eventually, he got up. When he came back, she was sitting up, blanket clutched, looking uncertain. Pajamas folded neatly beside her. Cole, she said softly. I know I'm not pretty. Too many muscles. But I'm still a woman. Voice shook. He stepped closer, torn. Desire fighting shame. Her vulnerability decided it. You're beautiful, he admitted. It's me. Pulled off his sweatshirt. Didn't look at her, waiting for the reaction. Heard a small gasp. Knew it. Scars. Disgust. Fear. Turned to leave. Her hand on his shoulder stopped him. Come to bed, Cole. He hesitated, looked at her. Saw warmth, understanding. Not fear. We both have demons, don't we? She whispered, wrapping her arms around him, cheek against his ruined chest. I don't care about this. What's outside? He swallowed hard, letting her words sink in. Slowly, he believed her, led her back to the bed. And his hands, his lips, his eyes finally discovered the woman he'd only imagined. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.